Welcome back, everybody. Today we're diving into the future, well, a future that's already here, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
The age of AI agents.
It's
And
a pretty wild time to be following this stuff.
it is. It is. We've got the January 15th, 2025 edition of the Daily Chronicle of AI News.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, things are getting really, really interesting.
Oh, sure.
We're talking about AI that doesn't just process information, but actually takes action,
Right.
out in the world. It's like straight out of science fiction, but it's happening right now.
Yeah. It's true. We're seeing a huge shift in what AI can do.
Yeah.
This isn't just AI, playing chess or writing poems or
Oh,
whatever.
right. Yeah.
This is about AI becoming like an active force in our lives.
Yeah. Okay, so let's break down what we're seeing here in this Daily Chronicle. It is just packed with headlines about AI agents. But before we get into the specifics, can you just give us like a simple definition? What exactly AI is an AI agent?
Sure. An AI agent is essentially a piece of software that can operate independently. It can take in information, make decisions based on that information, and then actually take actions to achieve a goal that you've set.
So it's like having a personal assistant, but like super intelligent and operating in the digital world.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And the key here is that these AI agents are becoming increasingly sophisticated. They can learn from their experiences,
Wow.
adapt to new situations, and even collaborate with each other.
Okay, so that's where things start to get really mind-blowing, I think. I'm looking at this headline here about OpenAI's ChatGPT. It's getting a tasks update. On the surface, it seems pretty basic, just adding like reminders and scheduling.
Yeah,
But this article is suggesting that it's actually a huge step towards ChatGPT becoming a true AI agent.
yeah, you're right. It's about laying the groundwork for ChatGPT to move beyond just, generating text and into actually performing actions based on your instructions. Think about it. If ChatGPT can already schedule reminders based on what you ask it to do, what's next? Booking appointments, ordering groceries.
Right.
The possibilities are pretty exciting.
And a little intimidating if you think about it too much. But, okay, let's say I ask ChatGPT to book a flight to Paris in the future. Does this mean ChatGPT is going to actually go out and interact with airline websites and make the purchase for me?
That is the ultimate goal. Right now, it's limited to, you know, basic tasks within its own system. But this update is about building that framework for those more complex actions. And there's a rumor going around that OpenAI is about to release this feature called Operator. It would give ChatGPT the ability to actually control a web browser.
Wow.
And that would be a game changer.
So we're talking about AI that can browse the web, interact with websites, and potentially even make purchases on our behalf. That's
Yeah.
a lot to process.
It is. And the speed of development is incredible. While OpenAI is making waves, we're also seeing these amazing breakthroughs from other players in the field. Like, for example, MiniMax just announced their open-source ultra-long context LLMs.
Okay. I have to admit I need a translation on that one. Ultra-long context LLMs. Sounds very technical. What does it mean in plain English?
Essentially, it means that they've created AI models that can process and remember a huge amount of information,
Yep.
way more than anything we've seen before. We're talking 4 million tokens. And we're just like going from reading a paragraph to reading an entire encyclopedia
Okay.
and remembering every single detail.
Wow, that's a pretty wild analogy. And I'm seeing here that they're offering API access at incredibly low prices. What kind of impact do you think that will have?
That's what makes this so exciting. This low-cost access could democratize AI development in a big way.
How so?
Well, suddenly small startups, research teams, even individual developers will have access to these incredibly powerful AI models.
So instead of just a few big companies controlling the development of AI agents, we could see an explosion of innovation from all kinds of sources.
Exactly.
What are some of the potential applications you're most excited about?
Well, imagine AI that can analyze mountains of legal documents in seconds to find crucial precedents. Or AI that can sift through decades of scientific research to identify connections that humans might miss. This kind of technology could completely revolutionize fields like law, medicine, and finance.
It's almost like giving researchers superpowers. But what about for the average person? How could this longer AI memory impact our daily lives?
Well, imagine personalized AI tutors that remember everything you've learned and tailor their teaching to your specific needs. Or think about AI assistants that can help you manage your finances, plan trips, or even write that novel you've always dreamed of.
So we're seeing these individual AI agents getting smarter and more capable, but this headline about Microsoft's AutoGen upgrade takes things in a whole new direction. They're talking about a multi-agent system.
Right.
What does that mean? And why is it such a big deal?
This is where things get really interesting. Instead of just one AI agent working on a task, imagine having an entire team of specialized AI agents that can collaborate and communicate with each other.
Oh, wow.
It's like having your own personal A-team, but made of AI.
So instead of just having one AI assistant, I could have a team of them, each with their own strengths and expertise, working together to achieve a goal.
Exactly. Microsoft has introduced 4 new agents with this upgrade: Web Surfer, File Surfer, Coder, and Computer Terminal.
Okay.
Each one has a specific function, and they can all interact seamlessly thanks to this new event-driven messaging system. This allows for much more complex and dynamic workflows.
Okay, can you give me an example of how this might work in practice? I'm having a little trouble wrapping my head around how these AI agents would actually collaborate.
Sure. Imagine you need to write a report on a new technology.
Okay.
You could instruct your AI team to research the topic online, gather relevant data from files on your computer, write the report using a specific format, and then even present the findings to you in a clear and concise way.
Oh,
All of this would happen automatically with the different AI agents working together behind the scenes.
wow, that's incredible. It's like having a whole research and development department working for you 24/7. But it also makes me wonder, are there any downsides to all of this?
That's a great question, and it leads us to some of the other headlines in this issue of the Daily Chronicle. While the potential is huge, there are definitely challenges and concerns that we need to address.
Okay. So
Yeah, let's get into it.
it's funny, we're talking about all these incredible possibilities, but then I see this headline about Amazon struggling with Alexa. Apparently, they're still having issues with, hallucinations and delays. It makes you wonder, are we getting ahead of ourselves with all this talk about AI agents like taking over the world?
Well, I think it's important to remember that we're still in the early stages of AI development.
Right.
There are going to be bumps along the road.
Yeah.
Amazon's challenges with Alexa really highlight how important reliability and trust are when it comes to these AI agents.
Yeah.
If we want people to actually embrace these technologies, they need to be confident that the AI is going to do what it's supposed to do
Right.
without, making mistakes or causing harm.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like I'm all for having an AI agent book my flights and write my reports, but I also want to be sure that it's not going to accidentally book me a one-way ticket to Antarctica
Right.
or write a report full of gibberish.
Exactly. And that's why we need to be having these conversations about AI safety and ethics and regulation.
Right.
We need to make sure that these technologies are developed and deployed responsibly.
So we've got these amazing advancements happening, but we also need to proceed with caution. Bit of a tightrope walk, isn't it?
It is. And it's not just about the technology itself either. We need to consider the broader context. This headline about President Biden signing an executive order to boost domestic AI infrastructure.
Oh, right. Yeah.
This points to the growing global competition in this field.
Yeah.
Countries are starting to realize that AI is going to be the key to, future economic and technological dominance.
So it's not just about companies competing, it's about nations vying for AI supremacy. What does that mean for us, the average users, I mean? Will our access to these incredible AI tools be shaped by these geopolitical forces?
It's certainly a possibility. I mean, we could see a world where different countries develop their own AI ecosystems with varying levels of, access and control.
It's a pretty thought-provoking idea. It makes you wonder, what kind of future are we creating with this technology? What are the long-term consequences of this AI race?
Those are the big questions we need to be asking ourselves right now. It's not enough to just, marvel at the latest AI advancements. We need to think critically about their impact on society as a whole.
So while we're excited about the potential of AI agents to revolutionize our lives, we also need to be mindful of the potential pitfalls. It's a lot to wrap our heads around. And speaking of a lot to wrap our heads around, this Daily Chronicle is just a whirlwind of AI news.
Yeah.
It seems like AI is popping up everywhere.
It really is. We're seeing it applied in every industry imaginable.
We've got Mayo Clinic partnering with Microsoft and Cerebras to develop AI-powered tools for, medical diagnosis and treatment. OpenAI just added a global finance expert to their board, hinting at big moves in the world of finance. There's even a French startup developing a GPT for biology, which sounds absolutely incredible.
The GPT for biology is really fascinating. I mean, imagine an AI that can analyze biological data,
Yeah.
predict protein structures, and even accelerate drug discovery. It can revolutionize healthcare as we know it.
And over here, Microsoft is teaming up with Pearson to transform education with AI. They're talking about personalized learning experiences and AI-powered tools for workforce development. It seems like AI is about to change everything about how we learn and work.
It's a truly transformative technology, with the potential to reshape every aspect of society. But as we've discussed, it's crucial to approach these developments with a balanced perspective.
Right.
We need to consider both the incredible opportunities and the potential challenges that AI presents.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, from the nuts and bolts of what AI agents are to the broader implications of their development. But before we go any further, I want to bring it back to you, the listener. What are your thoughts on all of this? Does the idea of AI agents excite you, or does it make you a little uneasy?
It's a pretty wild time to be alive, that's for sure. Yeah. We're witnessing the birth of a new technological era,
Yeah.
you know, one that could redefine what it means to be human.
That's a pretty powerful thought. It makes you wonder, what role will WE play in a world where AI can perform so many of the tasks that we once thought were uniquely human?
And that brings us to another big question. As AI agents become more and more sophisticated, what skills and knowledge will be most valuable in the future?
That's a question we should all be asking ourselves. How can we adapt and thrive in a world where AI is transforming the job market and the very fabric of society?
It's a challenge, but it's also an opportunity. By understanding AI and what it can do, we can empower ourselves to shape the future rather than simply being shaped by it.
I love that perspective. It's not about being afraid of AI, it's about understanding it and using it to create a better world.
Exactly. The future is not predetermined. It's up to us to decide how we want to use this technology to benefit humanity as a whole.
Okay, so we've established that AI agents are here to stay and they're about to change everything. But let's get a little more personal for a moment. If you could have your own personal AI agent, what would you have it do? What task would you hand off in a heartbeat?
Hmm, that's a great question. For me, it would definitely be all those administrative tasks that just bogged me down.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to have an AI agent that could manage my schedule, book appointments, filter my emails, and handle all the paperwork that seems to multiply overnight. It would free up so much time and energy for me to focus on the things I'm really passionate about.
Oh, I can relate to that. I am always drowning in emails and to-do lists. It feels like half my life is spent just trying to keep up with the administrative side of things. What about you? What would your dream AI agent be like?
Well, you know me, always eager to learn new stuff. I think my ideal AI agent would be like a superpowered research assistant. you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
yeah, could sift through mountains of information, like find the most relevant sources and then like summarize complex topics
Mm.
in a way that's easy to understand.
So basically, it would do all the heavy lifting when it comes to research, allowing you to focus on the actual, learning and analysis.
Exactly. It would be like having a personal tutor for any subject I wanted to explore.
That's a fantastic application, and it really highlights how AI agents could really personalize the learning process. Imagine an AI that can adapt to how you learn, you know?
All right.
Identify your knowledge gaps, and even recommend resources that are tailored to your interests.
That's what I'm talking about. And think about how it could connect the dots between different fields.
Like finding links between history and science and art. It could help us see the world in a whole new way.
It's amazing to think about how these AI agents could revolutionize education and make knowledge more accessible to everyone.
It really is. And
Mhm.
it just makes you wonder, what other incredible applications haven't we even thought of yet? What will the world look like in 5, 10, or even 20 years when AI agents are commonplace?
That's the big question, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
we're really just scratching the surface of what's possible with this technology.
Right.
It's a really exciting time to be alive.
This whole conversation reminds me of something the Daily Chronicle was recommending for anyone who wants to dive deeper into AI, the AI and Machine Learning for Dummies app.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That sounds like a great resource for anyone who wants to get up to speed on the basics. They even have a pro version with more advanced content.
So no matter your level of expertise, there's a way to learn more about this incredible technology.
And I really encourage everyone to do so. Because, as we've been talking about today, understanding AI is no longer just a matter of curiosity. It's really essential for navigating the future.
Well said. Well, I think that about wraps up our deep dive into the world of AI agents. It's been an incredible journey.
It really has.
From understanding what they are to exploring their potential and the challenges they present, we've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, we have.
And hopefully, you, the listener, are feeling as inspired as we are about the future of this incredible technology. But as we've discussed, it's important to approach this new frontier with both enthusiasm and caution. To embrace the potential while also being mindful of the risks.
Right, because ultimately the future of AI is in our hands.
That's a great point to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you'll continue to explore the ever-evolving world of AI with us.
Until next time, stay curious.